the year has been turning on its own, and then maybe the month is scared for what might happen for the later part of the year. But like I always say, delay is not Delilah. Don't be discouraged. If you've not done anything from January up until June, I promise you today is a good day to start. Don't say tomorrow. Today is a good day to start. Tomorrow is late. Today is a good day to start. Don't wait till July 1. Don't wait till July 1. Start today. Okay. You can still get your goals together. You can still get your plans together, and you can still achieve things. 6 months is still a lot for you to achieve one, two, three, four, five, six things. We've heard time and time again of people who have they've beyond, like they've gone over and beyond within the shortest possible time to achieve, to make money, to make waves. So yes, you still have a bit of time, 6.5 months to still make magic. Okay, I'm saying it to you as I'm saying it to myself. We're going to go straight into the headlines for this morning. Am I going to say? So, excuse me. We're going to go straight into it this morning. We're going straight into it this morning. Okay, with that being said, let's get into it. You remember that we are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website www.wfm917.com. The phone lines will be open shortly, but in the meantime, you can send your text messages, your WhatsApp messages to 0703 1756 537 or 155 917 917. With that being said, let us get into it. Starting off with the Punch newspaper as per usual. Naf killed my husband, abandoned me with 3 children. Yeah, 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 says widow. That is sad news. Moving on, we have, beg your pardon. Okay. Two arrested over 33-year-old Anambra woman's killing. Moving on to the Guardian newspaper, we have federal government bans use of personal emails in civil service operations. I don't get, why are you even using your personal email for work in the first instance? Why? There's no reason, no basis whatsoever why you should be using your personal email for work. Let's just get that over and done with. So yeah, yeah, ban it. Doctor, others arrested in Lagos for selling newborn baby for 2.5 million naira. I see sometimes I'm heaving a sigh of relief because I'm just tired. Because what do you mean you're selling a newborn baby for 2.5 million? We've spoken about baby factories on this program time and time again, on this program on Women Radio on Her Lens, and I don't understand. They should be arrested, they should be convicted, they should be jailed. Yeah. Because in this case, we don't even know if it's that they sold the baby to another family or if they sold it for unscrupulous activities, whatever it is, arrested, convicted, jailed, period. Moving on to the This Day newspaper, federal government, no plan to introduce new telecoms fuel taxes. When I saw this morning, I was telling Rachel in the studio, I said to her, because I will see this thing now, oh, it will be like rumor. The next thing you will see is, oh, by the way, actually, see, there's no reason whatsoever why there should be any tax, any increase in tax for fuel or on telecoms or anything. Nigerians are barely surviving. Nigerians are barely making it through. They're barely making it through the day that they're in. How much more you want to increase? 1,200 how much? Do you know where we're coming from? Enough said about that. After Owo Katsina death sentences, Kogi court rules. Kogi court rules: man arrested by DSS for kidnap, murder of neighbor must be executed. Moving on to the Daily Trust, we have man sentenced to death for raping minor in Calabar. I love it. I'm here for it. Yeah. And what's interesting about this is yesterday on Her Lens, I was having a conversation with the ladies on restorative justice. You know, if someone has committed a crime, for instance, sexual violence, like are they okay to be welcomed back into society? If it was your sister who brought a man home who is a registered sex offender, will you accept? That's it. Still on the Daily Trust, we have ACF condemns alleged profiling, deportation threats against northern women in Ondo. We shall be getting into that quickly this morning, so I'm not going to dwell on that at all. Moving on to the Vanguard newspaper, Nigerian man jailed after storing over 50 bags of human feces outside his home. What is going on with people? Why would you? What? Ugh, that's so disgusting. But now let's past the disgusting part. Human feces. He stored it outside his home. Is he a diabolical person? Is he using it for jar? What is he using it for? That should be smelly. What kind of disgusting smell do we have around us? Nigerians stress me. I said this all the time, but Nigerians really do stress me. Ah, Jesus Shanu. Police smash phone robbery syndicate, recover 34 stolen phones in Akwa Ibom. Hey, God, I beg. This is great news, regardless. Premium Times UK court acquits ex-petroleum minister Diziani Alison Madweke of bribery charges. This was, I actually did see this first when some Ijaw women were excited that they said they were happy about the acquittal of Alice Madueke. Now, if you recall, a United Kingdom court had charged her over bribery, had taken her to court over bribery charges, and on Wednesday, the 17th of June, a jury in Southwark Crown Court in London found her not guilty of the 6 counts bordering on bribery and conspiracy to commit bribery. If you recall, Alison Madueke served as Minister of Petroleum Resources between 2010 and 2015 during the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, and she was accused of accepting bribes from oil and gas industry figures seeking lucrative contracts in Nigeria. So, for some people, they're happy. They said she was provided with a life of luxury in London in exchange for influence over the award of contracts as petroleum minister. And when she said, no, 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 I did not do it. One of the things she said was God would be God when she got acquitted. Nigerians now we will call God inside everything. God will be God. She, of course, she's happy. She's thankful to God that. And this has been an 11-year journey, might I add. It's not just been, she says it's not just been traumatic for her, it's been traumatic for her family, her friends, and her mom and her children. You, a couple of years ago, when this thing resurrected again, I had asked a question on my social media. I asked that, or when a married woman is convicted of a crime, right? Or no, it wasn't a crime. When a woman is divorced, a married woman, should she return her name? And I had cited Alice Maduke as an example. I said, in this case now, she's her what's the English? She's used this name for maybe more than half of her life, right? And then when she's used this, we know her by this name. But now say she should return her name to her husband. And it was just like a very, very interesting conversation that was being had that day. But that's just a by the way, an aside, because whenever these kinds of things happen, you think about, oh, there's always, oh, reputation to my name. My name has been served and things like that. But we celebrate with the Maduke, Alison Maduke family, on this acquittal. It's not a Nigerian court that acquitted her; it's a London court. So yeah, hopefully, one of her prayers is that hopefully it doesn't resurrect itself again. But we shall be seeing. Okay, moving on. That was That was from the Premium Times. Oshamale denies that senators' signatures were forged in Natasha's suspension saga. What this is very interesting is because last week and this week, Oshamale had come out to say that three of the senator signatures that were put on the suspension reports in Senator Natasha's suspension, that they were forged. And then the House came back and said, oh, no, 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 no. They were not forged. That's the speaker Kwame Bamidele had come out to say, no, 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 don't like you say. Now Oshomole has come out to say, eh, I was not, I did not say that it was. You see, Nigerian politicians make me laugh because they cannot stand on business, like the kids will say. They don't have principles at all. Their yes can is not their yes. If a politician says the sky is blue, me personally, I do go outside to go and check if the sky is blue because I just can't. No. Okay, moving on to the Nation newspaper, we have police restore calm at Pan African University after security breach. I saw this late last night. I happened to be on social media, and I saw it late last night. I was like, there are videos circulating of some individuals in black climbing or climbing whichever way the grounds of the Pan African University. And when I saw this, I was and the kids were obviously the students there, I say the kids were videoing and expressing yeah. And then apparently there were gunshots as well. But now the Lagos State Commissioner has come out to say everything is fine. Um, the Nigerian police force got involved. The Nigerian army got involved. The Nigerian Navy also got involved, combing the surroundings, the university grounds, making sure that okay everything is okay. So the Commissioner of Police of Lagos State Command has said all is well, all is well. Yeah, I'm glad that this happened because if you recall, we've been talking about this how terrorism when because it's in the north you think that you're far removed from it until it got to Oyo State, which is just right round the corner, right? And there have been sightings allegedly of bandits in Lagos. I think a week or two ago, I saw some videos where they said they saw some bandits that came to go and collect ransom money. Whether it's true or not, my point is let's just try and make sure that we are safe. Look left, look right, look left again, like we say when you want to cross. Just make sure that you are safe. I personally am not even with people who move around during the night because nighttime is just a scary time for evil activities to be done. When I was coming yesterday from church, my friend in the car was saying, we saw a vehicle pass us, and that was like a night bus vehicle. And she was like, I'm going to travel by night. And I say, yeah, because we have this mentality of it's not my portion, not me and my family, this shemi kind of thing. And it's problematic when you think that way. But we continue to pray for God's protection over us. But like I say, the people who were taken in oil didn't pray for God's protection over them. So, like when you pray for God's protection, don't say it in a form of, "Oh, not me and my family. It can reach you, but it's not gonna reach me." No, let's not do that at all. But let's just be safe. But we're glad that the students in Pan African University are safe. We're glad that the police force, the army, the navy were able to act immediately, and they were able to come through to maintain peace, public safety, and security as well. And if you've been watchful or observant in Lagos, you'd find that all over Lagos these days you find different checkpoints at very, very random places. Security has been beefed up in Lagos. So shout out to the Lagos State Police Command for making sure that they're just doing all that they can to make sure that we are safe in Lagos State. Because let me not say that because I wanted to say let me not call bad things to come. Okay. People are now recruiting kidnappers, says Okpebolo. The people who kidnapped Adelabu's younger sister and her nephews, we we can say that they were not bandits, right? And Nigerians just really, really do the most when it comes to crime in Nigeria. You know that we're battling insecurity. You know that we're battling terrorism. That's when you want to carry your big head and say, "Oh yes, me too. I want to get involved." It's not skin it's not. And you're committing such a heinous crime against humanity, against your brothers and sisters in this country. Why would you kidnap? Like, the Nigerians stress me, and that's why when other countries come and say, "Oh, the crime has increased in our country because Nigerians are there," why do you want to argue and say, "Oh no, they are not saying the truth"? But are they really, really far from the truth? as much as we don't want to talk about South Africa, one of the reasons that South Africans got upset with Nigerians is that they say crime has increased. Of course, we know that even South Africans commit crime, but can we just stick to not committing any crime? Is it? In the cable newspaper, we have terror kingpin to die by hanging over neighbor's abduction and murder. Good. Okonkwo to Obi, I won't retract allegations over NDC tickets controversy. I'd actually like to know what happened between Kenneth Okonkwo and Peter Obi, because it seemed like a bromance, or he seemed to be his greatest ally in the last elections. I want to know. I want to be a fly on the wall of whatever conversations are being had about Peter Obi and Kenneth Okonkwo. I want to be there because I can't understand how this just turned upside down. But yes, all the best to everybody involved. In the Daily Post, again, Alice Madueke, Nigerian government, EFCC, citizens explanations, says Sambo. Lagos CP visits Pan Atlantic University over viral security video. We just talked about that now. Um, Tribune newspaper Obo convo- convokes security summit, calls for collective action against crime. Alleged 5.78 billion naira fraud. No money was released to ex-Kwara governor, says EFCC. Anything we concern, eh, there's fraud somewhere or there's money, I'll just jump and pass because they'll say, oh, we'll recover the money, but we know they see the money. So all the best to everybody. Pen pushing newspaper. Finally, we have kidnapping. Diasporan Nigerians seek Canadian government intervention, says Nigeria is bleeding. Nigeria is definitely bleeding with regards to kidnapping. Finally, today we have police arrest doctor, three others for allegedly selling newborn baby. We just talked about that now. Oh, there you have it. Those are the headlines this morning. You and Duel to get you a copy. Better still, stick around with us as we tackle the ones that have caught our eye. Unfortunately, Sumba won't be around this morning. I can see the text messages are already coming in. 0703 1756 537 or 8155 917 are the numbers to call, to text or WhatsApp or send a voice note. Please send me a voice note. Please send me a WhatsApp message because we're doing this together. Our analyst, unfortunately, isn't around this morning. And the numbers to call 07000 Please give me a shout out. Call me. Let's have this conversation. You're going to be my you're my analyst, co-host, everything. So do want to call us this morning. Remember, we are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website, www.wfm917.com. With that being said, I want to bring on, we have a new person, yeah, a new family member, that's how I say it, joining us on Women Radio. And her name is
Hassan Matullah. Hi, good morning. My name is Hassan Matullah.
Hi. So, how do you want us to call you?
Netma.
Neima or Nima?
Uh, Nima Netma, anyhow.
Neima.
Actually, it depends.
Okay.
Because it's a complicated pronunciation because
Okay.
it's Arabic.
Uh-huh.
So, anyhow, Nima Netma, it means the same
Which
thing.
one would you prefer?
Prefer Netma.
Neima. Did I say it right?
Kind of.
Neima. I can't speak Arabic, so you will forgive me.
Yeah.
So we have Neima, or should I just say Nima?
Just say Nima.
Okay, sorry. um, so Nima is here joining us. And today's her first day, so I'm just bringing her on to say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Are you happy to 91.7 Y family on here. And I mean, as you get to meet us and know us, you see that we are good. So I'm going to ask you a few questions as we go ahead with it. I'm going to borrow you as to share your thoughts on what you think is going on in Nigeria with politics. But once we get there, I'll call you on. Is that fine?
Yes.
Please don't be shy. This is your new work. Okay. Oh, starting off with the Nation newspaper. Meet three women contesting for 2027 presidential election. Whew. So, three women, and I'm so excited, Shakira, for them. I'm so excited. I'm going to say their names and remember their names is what I want you to do. We have the 2027 general elections promised to be intriguing and full of suspense. Various presidential candidates from different political parties have emerged to challenge President Bola Tinubu at the ballot box in 2027. Now, three women have emerged as presidential candidates for their various parties, and they're all, guess what, from the southeast. Okay, go question somebody say, go ahead. No. Political observers believe that their participation reflects growing calls for greater female representation in leadership and decision making positions. If you recall, or if you've been an ardent follower, you know that something we've been pushing for that we talk about almost every day is the special seats bill, which is a bill asking for additional seats in the lower house, in the House of Assembly, basically, so that we have more women representing us in governance. Now, if you're going to go down memory lane, in 1999, when Nigeria became a democratic nation, no woman contested, as only two candidates, Olusegun Obasanjo of PDP and Olufalaye of AD, former AD, slugged it out, with Obasanjo emerging as the winner. In 2003, however, we had quite a few women contesting for presidency. Of the 20 presidential candidates, two were women. We had Sarah Jibril, I remember this, of the Progressive Action Congress, and Mojisola Adekunle Obasanjo of the Masses Movement of Nigeria. Of Nigeria. Jibril won 157,560 votes. That's amazing. And that's the highest any woman has ever gotten in a presidential election in this country of Nigeria. Since then, we've not really had women going forth, to contest in presidency. In 2007 and 2011, only one woman contested, and it continued till 2015, where Olufemi Shonaya was the only female in a crowd of 14 presidential candidates. Look, let me just say that if a woman is going to be in government, I'm going to vote for her. Let me just say that one now. Because I'm a woman, all right? In 2016, 2019, where we had 28 women on the list as candidates or running mates, and 7 contested in 2023, right? Ever, we have seen that there are three women contested. We have Dr. Esther Nkem Okereke of the National Rescue Movement. That's Dr. Esther Nkem Okereke of the National Rescue Movement. We have Mrs. Anita Zugwai Chuku of the Young Progressives Party. And then we have Ada Frederick of the National Democratic Party. First of all, let me just say congratulations to these women. We can see that they're going for it. Because of them, we can. Because of them, young girls can say, oh, yes, Esther Nkem Okereke tried to be president, or is might be president, any of these women, to be honest. And because they were, I can, right? And so she made history. That's Dr. Nkem Okereke made history by emerging as the first female presidential flag bearer for her party, the National Rescue Movement, and she won the ticket during their convention and the primaries. She's also a well-known Nollywood actress and film producer. So shout out, shout out, shout out to these women. I'm so excited for them. Uh Next up we have Mrs. Ada Frederick. Oh no, before Mrs. Ada Frederick, Mrs. Esther, Dr. Esther Okereke says her nomination is a call to national service. She argued that Nigeria faces deep economic and governance challenges driven by poor leadership, insecurity, and unemployment. And she says Nigeria needs visionary leadership capable of restoring hope, creating opportunities, and improving living standards. Mrs. Ada Frederick Okore is the next person on our list. She's the official presidential candidate for NDP, that's the National Democratic Party, and she stands out as one of the most prominent female political figures competing for presidency. She once served as the national chairman for her party. Last but not the least, Mrs. Anita Zugwai Chuku is the presidential candidate for the Young Progressives Party. She emerged unopposed, and that's history in the making, as the party's sole flag bearer during the Young People's Party third National Convention in Abuja. She has previously served as the national women's leader of the YPP, and now she's gone in for presidency. Nima. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. What do you think? First of all, do you believe that Do you believe in women?
Yes.
Like, I really just ask, like, but what do you think? Like, we have three women gunning for presidency. How do you feel about these women gunning for presidency?
Very good, actually, because for the past, I think, 2 years, I've been telling my mom and everybody who cares to hear that when I grow, I'm going to contest for president. Everybody has been saying, "Oh, Nima, you can be the wife of the president," and I'm like, "Okay, wait, let me understand. Wife of the president, why can't I be the president? Is there something stopping me from being the
Ladies
president?"
and gentlemen, for the first time on air, we have the potential presidential candidate of Women Radio. No, I'm excited. That's amazing news. Okay, but what made you? What inspired you?
From school politics, actually.
Okay.
Came from school politics because then in school, I went to vote for someone, a lady, a Muslim lady at that.
Uh huh.
And we had so many guys there. Then some of them were coming from the Islamic perspective that men are the leaders, yada yada yada, a whole lot. And I'm like, from this Islamic perspective, men and women shouldn't be educated together.
Okay.
Yes, we should be kept separate.
Okay.
So you are coming to a mixed school. You sit with women in the class. You enter. You take the same bus with us. We
Mm-hmm.
buy food from the same places. Our hostels are directly opposite each other.
Mm.
So, are you following Islam? Then are you saying a woman can't be the president, faculty president, as that not even SUG
Yeah.
president?
Did she win?
No, she didn't. Very sad.
Oh.
She did.
Mm.
I expected it actually.
Okay.
So then, there and then, I decided that I'm going to run for president. I'm going to, and by God's grace, Nigeria,
Love
I'm
it.
going to break that spell of a woman can't lead because we are sharing a space. Obviously, it's a secular community. You don't get to say women can lead, women can lead, women are emotional. For years, we've been seeing men do the same thing. But again,
Absolutely.
no difference, no change, no improvement. So why not let the woman?
This morning, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So that means you're excited to hear about these three women going.
Yes,
Yeah.
very excited.
What
Actually.
what are the odds like of them becoming? Do we think that it will happen in this by 2027?
Actually, truthfully, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because Nigeria today, recently I was talking to my mom and she was like, "Ota obirin lobirin,"
Yes, I
meaning
agree.
yes, a woman's enemy is a woman.
Yeah.
We're talking about even household issues where mother-in-laws tell their daughter-in-laws that you just have to manage. Men react like that. And for women to be able to lead, we women have to push them forward. And our fellow women would say, women can't go, your not only the men, fellow men will say, your place is in the house, take care of your children, focus on your children, focus on your marriage. If you want to go forward, your husband might feel, oh no. So we need to educate even women to support women to be able to push women forward. It might seem like the statistics is wrong, but I went for my professional exam last week and I looked around the class. I realized there were more women there
Oh,
than men.
okay.
And I was like, I thought our society pushes for men to be educated.
Okay. Do you think maybe sometimes it depends on the course?
Not only course, even in school.
Okay.
I realize we have lots of girls
Yeah.
in classes now. And if women are so many, obviously we should be able to make impacts.
Yes.
But women are not educated. Women don't take the front line. They prefer to stay back, live a sedentary life. And I feel if women are educated, maybe in coming years, women can win. But we can't say. I don't know.
Like your thoughts. I love it because we rarely see young ladies. And interestingly, this morning I saw someone's status. She said, we always talk about women supporting women, but we don't talk about women wounding women." Now, these three women who have come out, what are the odds that women are actually going to go out to vote for them? Like I mentioned, I have voted for a woman before, like for presidency. To be and I'm what year was that? 20 when Oluremi Shonaya contested. I think she was of the Kowa Initiative Party, and that was, I'm trying to look for it, 2015.
Okay.
I'm trying to minus 2015 till now. How many years ago is that? 9 years
9 years.
ago. I'm trying to see how old I was
No, no, no.
then. No, that's not
It's
9 years.
11 years.
11 years. Yeah. 11 years ago, I was in my 20s, I think. Yeah, I was in my 20s, 11 years ago. And I remember voting. And my mom was like, I don't vote for. And I told her, I said, this person I'm voting for. Truthfully, I wasn't really particularly involved. I have a love hate relationship with politics.
Okay.
So one time I'm interested in it and I'm like, oh no, we can do this, we can do this. The next time I'm like, look, Nigeria's issues are too much. And sometimes you have to protect your heart because when you hear so much of bad news, it discourages you. So I went through a phase where I was like, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. But the election came, 2015, was that when Buhari came into power? Yes.
Yes.
I voted for her, not because I knew anything about her, but just because she was a woman.
Okay.
And I was tired, like you mentioned, of the men in power, right? The men just go in there, going there, going there. That's my own contribution to society. I want history to be kind to me. I want someone to be to ask me, who did you vote for? Oh, I voted for a woman.
Okay.
And we've seen the qualification of these women. It's not like they are more women. Now, tagging it back again to the special seats, one of the reasons that men have said, oh, men and women have said, oh, is it that you're dashing the women's seats? Do they merit it? And we keep on saying that, look, these women are going to be elected. They're not going to be appointed. That's for the special seats bill, which is asking for additional seats in the National Assembly. So let me explain. We have 360, no, 469 seats, right? Out of 109 senators, we only have 4 women senators. Yeah. Out of 360 seats in the House of Rep, 69 seats, we only have 19, no, 16, beg your pardon, for women. So altogether, we have about 20 like seats. It's not counting the commissioners because those ones are appointed or ministers. We're talking about in the House where decisions are made because that's where decisions are actually made and then it's cascaded down to society or to governance. And that's something that we've been very, very vocal about here on Women Radio. So we're not dashing them seats. We've seen the qualifications of these women. It's not like they are.
They
Yes,
need to be there.
I'm going to try my luck at being a president. Sometimes because being a president is you have to know certain to say you want to contest for that. Do you understand? So that's my own contribution, and I'm going to join my voice with Nima's voice to say that look, let's support women. Like for women, we are 49 in Nigeria, population of Nigeria, let's say we're 100%, right? 50.5% are men, 49.5% are women. If 49.5% of the population of Nigeria come out to vote for women,
They would obviously win. Because there are some men too who feel like, okay, yes,
she's yeah.
the women enter, see what they can also do.
Yes. Interestingly, the person who sponsored the special seats bill is a man.
Wow.
Benjamin, the assistant speaker, like deputy speaker, he's a man. And we have women. So yes, in fact, one of the organizations that we partner with for the special seats bill, the founder is a man. We have a lot of men who come on here. Our one of the analyst that comes on Daily News Review is also a man. Very, very he for she. So yes, let's give women the opportunity because when women, there's another argument that comes and says, "Oh, women they used to overdo." Ask a question. A man can come here and talk anyhow to anybody, saying because I'm a man. If the woman tries to do the same thing, they say she's rude, she's arrogant, she's prideful. And I'm wondering why. They say, oh no, some of the women they've caused so much problem. And I'm asking, like what you said now, since when Nigeria has started, is it not men that have been causing problems for us?
Actually, what you said about women being arrogant, I'm also of the mindset that while we push women forward, because women are meant to be cool and
Who says?
and
Who says?
my
No,
opinion.
and I get that, but challenge your conditioning,
Okay.
your mindset. And the challenging is that when a woman is born, when a girl is born,
Okay.
from her birth, she's already groomed to be a certain way.
Okay.
We see a lot of work done or a lot of talk about how a woman should behave, how a woman should speak, what she should be doing in the house, or should not be outside.
No, that's not what I
No,
mean.
no, I'm saying that you don't see a lot of talk about what men should be doing. Now, when you say that a woman should be cool and calm, why?
Why? Because I'm of this opinion that women generally we should be protected, like aside.
Yeah,
It's my view.
I challenge that
As a
view.
person,
Mm-hmm.
I feel I shouldn't be brash.
Uh,
That's the word I'm. That's
Gender.
yes. Regardless, I shouldn't be brash, and I should be cool
Uh-huh.
and calm because sometimes I lose my calm. But then I remind myself that no, Nima.
Now, to your original point,
But doesn't mean you should push women to decide.
agreed. So I agree on that one.
Men
Carry
shouldn't
on.
be rude,
Uh-huh.
yes. But
Shouldn't be.
somebody should be rude.
That's what I'm
My mom
challenging.
every time that
Yeah.
you can't train me as a girl. She gets angry sometimes. But yeah, I'm your daughter. Yes, you love
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Yes. Nima be calm. Nima be collected. Nima be cool. My brothers, are you telling them to be calm, to be collected?
You just remember my points.
Because I understand, yes, you are training me, the society out there,
Yeah.
yada, yada.
Yeah.
What about my brothers? So do you say, yes, they should get married or they should go out?
That's crazy.
My mom tells my brother every time, learn to talk to your sister
Hmm.
because she's a training ground for you.
Yes,
The
I
way he
agree.
talks
Shout
to
out to your
me,
mom. Mhm.
the way he talks to me determines the way he talks to other people.
Absolutely.
So women also, I said at the beginning that women should be educated. They should speak up. Women should train their male children.
Agreed. I don't want you to lose the point because the point,
The
I'm going,
point is,
yes,
yes, women generally. Then when we talk about women should be like, we shouldn't brush them
aside.
aside.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I said so. They shouldn't brush aside. While being calm, you shouldn't say, oh no, what can women do? And I feel it stems from, I'm sorry, the insecurity of men.
Ju-
Yes.
I'm doing that because you landed back at my point, right? Which
Okay.
is that you started off saying, oh, women should be calm, and then you landed back at saying men and women should be treated, the same way. And that's my point. That as you're training the girl child, you train the boy child to be a
Yes.
certain way. When you say women should be calm, I think it's a human thing. It should be that all humans should be calm, regardless. We have a call. Gender.
Okay.
There are expectations of certain genders, yes. But I think base level should be that everybody should be respectful, everybody
Yes.
should have integrity,
Yes.
everybody should be calm, nobody should be arrogant. That's the base level. Then you
Basic
cannot
human
because there's
respect.
a calm person.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Evangelist Dixon. Good morning, Evangelist Dixon.
I will listen to good morning from me. Good morning. Is it Madam Nima?
Good morning. Please go ahead.
I've been laughing at any man that coming between two of you. Please not fear the person I'm passing. All my years that I work with women for 24 years. Then sometimes we don't say woman. You don't make the same mistake you make with the men. Because when we talk of women, women with integrity, women that fear God. Not anyhow, credible women. Women that will be hold accountable. So that's the problem. If you have good men, you will not be complaining. So we don't think so they've had this kind of women, so they go there and balance things up. I told everybody should be cool and calm. And you should train, as you train men, also train women. So my daughter, in fact, when she was saying that she wanted to go to Unilag, I said, I don't want Unilag problem. She didn't want to go there. Then when the first attempt did not take, I remained 5 months. She's very tired about it. After 3 years, you see, I must go to Unilag. No, they did not take her, they have no direct entry. They had to do them with the study from year one. It was not easy for me. But seeing her examination and everything, and I allow her. At the end, she said, as I'm coming out, I'm going to be chartered. And so she was the best student in Unilag 2023, the best and first class. And chartered, she chartered. And she's now working. My boys also, they are engineers. But you train both of them. Be any man that abandons you, it's not done anywhere. The only thing, when you come to family, women have a lot of role to play in the children. We have to balance things up. I person like me. You don't say women outside there to go and fight like men. Like my children, I know how much I was giving to my daughter. You don't say I'm giving to my children, my sons. Because no, my children, the boys can struggle, and the women they cannot do what men can do. When it comes to physical, and then the Bible says that the weaker vessels. And you treat them like that. That's why when I was working, I work in Ireland, I know what the problem I go through. And I will not allow my wife to go to and work because I said they were going through everything. And she said, come back and do something. It will not be okay. So that's why Bible is complete. If only we can study it and put it into practice, the world will not be what it is. We know nothing about this world. God who created us, who brought us to this world, give us this Bible as a like even Quran chapter 10 verse 94. He refer you to the Bible that whosoever don't understand that in that Quran should go to the Bible. Whosoever does not believe what, but is an unbeliever. That's the problem we're having. Nobody is trying to do it. You need woman, God is creating what it's not complete. You have to make the man. You have to make the woman. And you do not look down on women. So let me tell you the same thing the men do. That's the same thing women do anywhere they are headed. I can tell you the fact. I know what I went through. In the establishment where I work, women are the head. They never let any man to come to that. I'm telling you. See today, the generation that have lasted for 70 years, few men have ever attend to you. It's all like that. But when we have women that have the fear of God, women, able woman, then the things will not be like, please, when I'm talking about women or youth, let it be credible as you would have had it. Thank you, God bless. I think I'll be great to be all into it. God bless you. God bless you.
So much, Evangelist Dixon, for your contribution this morning. Okay, I think we're just going to round off that point to go. Last of all, we are excited for these women who are coming in. Nima is taking me to places that I'm not ready for this. I'm ready, but let's focus on the daily news review this morning because this conversation, if we start it, we're not going to finish it. But like Evangelist Dixon said, train your children the same way. Everyone should be, men and women should be cool, calm, and collected. There's no monopoly of anybody over anybody. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to move straight to the next one, and I'm happy about this one because Nima is here. The Consultative, this is from the Guardian newspaper, has condemned alleged acts of ethnic profiling and reported threats to deport northern women by operatives of the Ondo State Amotekun Corps. So the forum is saying that it's concerned by a widely circulated video allegedly showing Amotekun operatives arresting, profiling, publicly parading a group of women who are said to be Hausa Fulani origin, residing and carrying out lawful activities in Ondo State. I want to assume that the women are probably like hijabed or they have their scarves on, is how you'd even know, right, in the first instance that they're from the north. It doesn't say Yoruba Muslims, but then Nima is full, I can say that, right, that she's fully hijabed. So I'm glad that she's here because we've seen many movies of, especially after the 9/11 happened, where people were profiled because they looked Muslim or their names were Muslim and then they were arrested. um how does that make you feel? Because the Arab community is expressing concern that, look, you're being discriminatory,
Yes.
right? By doing this, you're humiliating these people by virtue of maybe how they're dressed or their ethnicity. If they've lived in a place for say 20 years, they I mean, if you go somewhere and live for 30 years, it's almost as that you are an indigen of the state, just
Yes.
not in maybe certificate or whatever like that. Opinion is that if you live somewhere for a very long time, then you should be an indigenous of that state. That's just me. For instance,
It's just like if you travel abroad, citizenship and naturalization.
exactly that it should be a no-brainer, but unfortunately, it's not because one of the things that has plagued us in Nigeria is religion and culture. No, it's religion and culture. I'm tr- no, culture is not the second one.
Ethnicity.
Ethnicity, thank you. Religion and tribes, yes.
Yes.
Tribalism, bigotry in tribalism, bigotry in religion as well. Those are the two most important things that have plagued us in Nigeria, and why Nigeria will not move forward unless we get to be united as a nation. Now, how does this make you feel? Because does this now mean that if you're seen, you get to be profiled? So I'm glad that you're here.
Thing is, happens most of the time. If it happened to me, I'll be enraged. And maybe because I'm enlightened, I know the steps to take
Mm-hmm.
to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
But for some of these women, they might not know.
Yeah,
And that leaves them in a vulnerable state.
absolutely.
And we should be able to protect them. The thing people need to understand is that hijab is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't make me a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make me a troublesome
Mm-hmm.
person. It's just the way you decide not to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
I decide to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
It has no, it has a bearing on my character, yes.
Okay.
Because a woman in hijab is meant to be, like, she's meant to have a certain moral compass
Mm-hmm.
that she adheres to, yes.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean we cause trouble
Mm-hmm.
or we are like, I don't know the word to use per se, because
I
when
get
I think
you.
about it, it makes me really angry. Discrimination everywhere, in schools, in the buses, on lines, in the
Mm-hmm.
malls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand.
So, every Nigerian is supposed to, because when you say every Nigerian has equal rights, like we see that in this case, it's not like they have equal rights. Every Nigerian is supposed to have equal
Yes.
rights across the country
Yes.
and should be free to live anywhere and work anywhere. In this case, where in fact they are deporting some of them, what? I mean, personally for me, that's just, like it's just sad.
It's a choice.
But just say, and you know that whenever these kinds of things happen, so for instance, let me give you an example. So to set perspective, when protests happen in Nigeria, maybe you're protesting against something, you see people on the streets, for sure, you see unscrupulous elements coming to take
Yes.
advantage of that situation. Now, in this kind of situation where the Amatekun Association, I mean the operatives basically are saying, look, because we're seeing that terrorism and insecurity and banditry is moving down south, then it means that we need to make sure that we dot all our I's, cross all our T's, vamp up, beef up security. Would you say that this is misplaced?
Yes, it is.
Okay, go ahead.
It is, because aside religion and tribalism now, I think another thing that is coming into play is class.
Okay.
If I was standing beside those women when they were arrested
Okay.
with my hijab and my socks, and there's a very large possibility, a big possibility that I wouldn't have been arrested.
That's an
Because-
interesting perspective. Go ahead.
Because that's how things happen here in Nigeria. We look at people at face value and be like, oh, this person can be, but this other person can be.
Okay.
And it shouldn't work that way. Funny how I might be the one involved in the so-called crime.
Innocent. I get you.
Or maybe because they stay by the roadsides or they hawk or they feel, okay, they are most likely to be. And it is not fair. It is not fair to them. Basic Declaration of Human Rights, right to freedom of movement, right to choice, right to religion, right to dressing, right to culture. It's my choice, my rights.
Mhm.
So you saying because I'm wearing hijab means I'm a bandit or I'm a kidnapper or I'm a troubleshooter.
It's
You
far
are
from the
like,
truth.
it's far from the truth. That's just picking all people in hijab and grouping us as one.
Yeah.
Because once you unfairly treat an hijabi, all of us, it doesn't affect only that one person, because the issue is the hijab. They could identify as Northern Muslim women. Why? Because of their hijab. Anybody who sees me outside will say, oh, Nima is a Muslim.
Yeah.
Even before I tell them my name.
Yes.
You would know I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
So I still till tomorrow, I don't understand the logic behind
it. All right. This is still Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. The phone lines are since 07000 or 800 You can send your text messages to 8155 or 0703 Okay, let's take some messages this morning. This one is from Evangelist Shegun Oyedeji. He says, hi for me and the other lady with you. Her name is Nima. I wonder whether we still have people with sanity and integrity in our nation. Oshomali denying his statement he made in broad daylight. Exactly. Someone stirring up human waste in his compound. My God. Bandits, terrorists, even in divine houses. Yes, nothing good trends, only evil. Abnormalities are norms. Gosh, for me, Naudu was my brother, evangelist. I don't know. Concerning women in Nigeria, except a tiny group making waves in all endeavors of life. Majority of them spend their time restructuring themselves for vices. Ditto. I'm not going to read this one for you. You cannot take a small sect of women and use them to judge and Nima just finished it. You cannot use the women that you say they're doing vices, maybe they are sex workers and the like. No, 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 no. And then if you say this, like, we cannot help the body parts that we have. Sorry, Evangelist Shegun. I've given you water to drink. It's actually I've given you, and that's what we're saying. Like, I think, and so to my first point on our first headline, I think I honestly think that the reason why we view women a certain way is because of conditioning. So how you think a woman is supposed to behave, how you think a woman is supposed to move or behave in her husband's house. If you see a woman in her husband's house who is calm and demure, you're expecting that for different women, forgetting that everyone has different personalities. You cannot describe me as calm. I will never describe myself as calm either. That's not an adjective I will use to describe myself. I say it all the time. I am such a fighter, and that's me last to Numa who's calm. You understand? What? Okay, Nima says you don't know me. Somebody else was calm, or maybe Rose when Rose was here was calm. You like, I think you cannot. There's some men who are calm. Abuse like women. You now. You get a to you. Okay, I trust for me. I know you can. But you take this very alone. Okay, last headline before we go. This one's from the Japa 55 years left for 220 million Nigerians. We have a cost. This is my darling. This is a book.
Good morning, my princess. How you doing? Queen Mother, how is it? Thank you. I'm fine. I just didn't want to call you, but Lima is getting me riled up here. Good morning. Welcome to the family. Quickly, tell me. I was getting good vibes until Lima just said something that, I just wanted to dampen me this morning. It's painful when it is a woman that is conditioning a woman. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
100%.
Sometimes it's not about let women come in power, let women. But sometimes you discover that, I've always said that some women are the weapon fashioned against themselves.
Yep.
And Nima cited something this morning when she said, she's very correct. I was just getting ginger vibe until she said a woman should be calm. Are you joking? For me, we are wired in different ways.
Yeah.
If for me is not a woman, I will not be so. Calm and collected. Calm and collected. Whenever I speak on radio, especially in my studio sessions, I remember this last one I was doing on a particular radio station. One Mr. Ayo from UK chatted me on WhatsApp immediately and said, his white friend there in UK said he would like to speak with me. Hope I don't fight my husband in the house. And he responded to the man and said, no, that she's just crazy and particular about Nigerian issues. That is why her passion makes her speak so outrageously, so fluent, so brazenly, simply because she wants Nigeria to be a better place. Now look at that stereotype, because I did talk for radio for me. She means I would beat my husband for house. The answer is no. To the glory of God, I'm married for 21 years now to a very caring, yes, now, clock it. To a very caring man that understands me that whatever I do on radio is based on radio, and I don't bring that, because I want this country to be a better country. Why would you, if men are talking on radio or talking in social media spaces, are they stereotype that they would beat their wife? No. Why a woman? Why would they stereotype me? For a white man, no, you can imagine. And he said, no, that is not who Mrs. Oboli is. This is the kind of person she is. So I would just say, let that stereotyping stop from women from. Every time I hear, no be woman, they go collect them, no be woman, they go collect this thing. Who they give her? No be man. Buying and selling is enabled because two people are partaking in it. So when you catch this person, please feel free to catch the other person. When you tell me a woman should be calm, a man should be what? A narcissist? A man should be what? Bringing sword to a fight or to a battle? See, I will just say this. Let's learn to put or place perspectives on a state of equilibrium. What is sauce for the goose should be sauce for the gander. Except women stop being the bane of women in politics. See, we go nowhere. I never get power to the shout this morning. Good morning to you, Anima.
This morning, Nima, it was amazing doing this with you. I'm excited to see how the next few years, God willing, would be with you. But you're a force, and I love it. I love it. Like you came correct this morning, even with mixed information beforehand. Okay, we call it a wrap today on the Daily News Review this morning. I already told you that we were ready for you, regardless of whether we had an analyst or not. And you know that if Sumba was here, action. So yeah, that is it from us on the Daily News Review on 91.7. 9 o'clock is the news. 9:05 is her lens this morning. So do not go anywhere. We also have great music to keep you company this morning. With that being said, many thanks to Michael for producing us and Rachel for producing us this morning. Again, Nima, thank you so much for joining me to do this.